guys, today's video is going to be a story time about some crazy shit that happened my first semester of college. Okay, so I guess I have to start with some backstory. I don't go to college in like the town I grew up. I go to college like a couple hours away from home. So then like my mom was really strict when I was in school. So then like when I got to college and I had all this freedom and my mom wasn't there to tell me what to do, I like went crazy. And especially I guess it was worse because I was rooming with my best friend. Her name, this is not her real name, but I called her Amber. So one day her mom came to visit us, and we went with her mom to go visit her cousin because her cousin lives in the city where we live in, and she worked for her cousin. So my friend Amber worked for her cousin. So they were like cool, and her cousin's young. He just graduated college like a little bit ago, so he's really cool. So her mom came over, and she was just here for the day, and then she was leaving at night. So while we were at her cousin's house, he was like, oh, we should go out tonight. We should go out to like the club tonight. And then we were like, oh yeah, that's cool. So we had ordered pizza or something. And then we ate pizza, and then like hours later, we were like, okay, but we have to go home, like shower. So we went back to our dorm, we showered, we got ready, and then we went to his house. And when we went to his house, he bought like bottles. I don't even know what we were drinking. I'm sure it was like vodka or something like cheap. But I think it was Ciroc. I don't remember. So then we were at his house and we were drinking, and I hadn't had anything to eat all day. Like I had only ate like one slice of pizza, and like that's it. So then like we were there, and like we drank a lot, and then like we had called an Uber because we obviously didn't want to drive, and the plan was that we were gonna go with him to the club, like have fun, and then come back. We were gonna sleep over at his place because we didn't want to take an Uber from his house to like back to campus because it was like a really long drive. Like it would just be expensive. So we're just gonna take an Uber like from the club to his place and just stay there. So we left like all our stuff at his house. We left like our car keys, like our cell phone charger, like almost everything. The only thing I brought with me, I don't even think I brought my cell phone. I didn't bring my cell phone with me because we were gonna there was no point because I had lost my cell phone with me before at the club, and like I just didn't want to lose it again. So I left it in my purse at his house, and all I brought was my ID. When we were leaving the house, like I didn't really feel anything, but it was when I got in the Uber that I started feeling like really drunk. Like I mean, I had felt this drunk before, but it was just like, I guess because I hadn't ate anything, it was like my body wasn't absorbing it correctly. So we were in the Uber and we get there and we're in line, and I'm like really drunk, and I think I'm like more drunk than everybody else. Actually, I know I was more drunk than everybody else. And then we get inside, and then my friend Amber sees some people from her high school that were there like just to visit, like at the club, and she's like, hey, what's up? Like she's talking to them, and like they're just talking and whatever, and I don't know them. But I'm really drunk at this point, so I don't even notice. Like, I just thought it was like some random guys trying to like dance up on me. Because if you've been to a club before, or if you're 12, you don't know. But if you know, like you'll be dancing, and then like random guys come and they grind behind you, and you're just like, what the hell are you doing? Like, don't touch me. So I just thought it was some random ass guys I didn't even know. And then she's like, oh no, I know them. But her cousin, I guess he was drunk too, and when he gets drunk, he like fights. Like he likes to fight people. So then he like thought that they were people, like random people, and he was trying to fight those people, and she's like, no, those are my friends, like don't fight them. So it's just like, it was just like awkward situation. So she had to tell her friends to like leave, like not leave like the club, but like leave us alone. So like this is really blurry in my head because I was like really drunk and I don't remember, but we were there, and I wasn't even dancing, I was just like bouncing off the people because like I was just so drunk. So we're bad, and I tell my friend, and I'm like, I feel really bad, like can we go to the bathroom? So we go to the bathroom, and then as I'm like waiting in line, I think like we see her friend again like near the bathroom, and her cousin comes with us, and he's trying to like fight them. Yeah, at this point like I'm not blacked out, but like I just like remember bits and pieces, I guess, and like I just like wasn't really like paying attention to things. She's like, oh, like let's go, because I guess I felt like really bad, and like she didn't want to be around her cousin like fighting. So we go outside, and outside the club there's like cops at the entrance because like you needed an ID to get in, and like you need to be 21, and like I wasn't 21, and yeah, it's just like whatever. So like when we get outside, I'm like, I need to throw up. So she takes me like behind the building by this garbage can, like this dumpster, to throw up, because if I threw up in front of the cops, then they would be like, yo, what's up? And like they'd be like, can I see your ID? And I wasn't 21, so then I would get like, I don't even know if I would get arrested. I don't know what would happen. So then we throw up, and then we see this random ass people like by the dumpster, and they're trying to talk to us, but it was just like really sketchy. So then she takes me like by the curve, and she like, I guess her phone was dying or something happened, and she couldn't call an Uber back to our place. And this memory is really bad because I was so drunk. So where we lived, we needed some keys, and we didn't have our keys with us to get into our apartment because we had left them at her cousin's house, and we were planning on going back there. But since we weren't going back there, we needed a way to get back, and like we were thinking like maybe our roommates would let us in. So then she sees her friends. So we're like walking with her friends, and I'm like literally like throwing up as we're walking, and like we're walking, like I don't even know why we started walking back to campus. I don't understand why we were walking. We could have just taken an Uber. So eventually I guess we like the Uber found us, or like something happened, and like we get to campus, and like we end up going to these guys' apartment on campus because like we couldn't get into our dorm. So we go there, and I'm like throwing up, and like run to their bathroom, and I throw up in their bathroom, and then like my friend just like lays me down to sleep, and like I don't remember this part, like I don't remember it at all. So she lays me down to sleep like next to some guy that's like also passed out, and like I guess she goes and she keeps drinking and she has fun, and she like checks on me and like whatever. So then in the morning I wake up, and like this is like the moment where I panicked because I was like in a room that I don't recognize, and I was like what the hell, and I wake up next to some guy, and like which was the guy that passed out. But like I woke up and I just like, didn't know where I was. It was just like really freaky. Like I was like, oh my god, what happened last night? Like why am I next to some random ass guy? Like where am I? Like I was so scared. And then like I get up and I look next to me, and I see my friend laying down on the floor next to me, and I'm like, okay, I'm good. Like I like the stress like left my body. I was like, okay, she wouldn't let me like sleep with some random guy, and like she wouldn't like she took care of me like really good. Like she held my hair when I threw up and shit. But I was like awake before everybody else. So I was like just laying there like in this random guy's bed next to some guy like dying of heat and like with a like hangover. And like I'm just laying there. I just want to go home, but like I don't even know where we are. Like I'm just so confused. Like I just know my friend's next to me, so I'm good. So when she wakes up, I'm like trying to tell her like, can we leave? Like can we please go home? And like we didn't have a car. Like it was like a 30-minute walk from like where we were to our dorm because it was like the opposite side of campus. And I was like, I had a really bad hangover. Like I felt like I was gonna keep throwing up. So we couldn't walk back. And like I didn't have a cell phone. We didn't have chargers. Her phone was dying. Like we had taken our chargers to her cousin's house, so we didn't even have a charger back like at our dorm. We didn't have keys or anything, so we had to text our roommate and be like, hey, are you home? And they were like, yeah, we're home. Then we had to like text our friend to come pick us up and like save our life and drive us back to our dorm. And then like that was just like the worst day ever, because then we had to like find a way to like get back to her cousin's house because we didn't have our cars, because we left her car at her cousin's place, and my car was like messed up. Like I think like my registration wasn't working, and like the battery wasn't working, so like I literally couldn't even drive my car. So it was just like such a mess. It was like whatever. It was just like crazy. Like I just woke. It was just like one of the craziest experiences in college because I woke up next to some random ass guy that I didn't know, and then like I just thought it was really funny because like nothing even happened. So I guess the lesson of this video is always charge your phone before you go out. Don't go out without your phone charged, because then you're like it's just a lifesaver if you like have a phone with you and it's charged, and you can just like make phone calls. And lesson 2, eat before you drink, because they always say don't drink on an empty stomach. It's so true. Like I had drank more than that before, and like not even like nothing happened to me, but I was on an empty stomach, so you always gotta drink on a full stomach. Lesson 3 is, I don't know, go out with friends, because if I was alone, then I don't even know like where I would be today, because it was crazy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this story time, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will have a playlist of other story times in the description below. Okay, bye guys! I'm only human, can't you see?